What an honor. My colleague and friend, Louise Curven from Luxembourg, a true cosmopolitan, is my guest today. I met Louise in Luxembourg. She is Marja Putkisto instructor still today after over 20 years, and but also shared something very exciting. For some odd reason, my international summer workshop has been running over 25 years, every single year. So here we are, and one lady who is there for sure is Louise. We would love to share with you what happens and why are we there. Join us.
Summers come and summers go. This one's very special though. Let go of what you think you know, and you can put a kiss upon a toe.
Hello, Louise. How
Hello,
are you?
Marja.
Always it's wonderful to see you. Thank you for coming to the show. How are you?
Pleasure. I'm fine. We're all,
Yes.
when the
This
weather
time
is
of the
lovely.
Yes, and this time of the year, it's getting to the summer workshop. What in the earth have you done there for so many decades? And every year you're coming, and you're not the only one. And we want to share with the audience because, of course, we hope to have a new friends joining us. So maybe you can help to understand that one workshop, I don't know anyone in Europe who has been running in the same week for 25 years, well-being break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there is one, but I would love to meet them because there's not many of us. But can you tell us, Louise? You are a Marja Putkisto instructor, of course, so you have a professional interest, but I think you are there also for other reasons.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, it's the place, which is it's just beautiful. And I think through that, I found out much more about Finland. And then it's intense, but in a nice way. And just so interesting to see what changes, and they change, things do change, because we work in a very concentrated manner for a week, 5 days.
I'm sure the first question is, what are we working on? Because we all know yoga, we all know Pilates, and what is Marja Putkisto? And it is quite simple. And why don't we, Louise, have a look at some of the pictures? Lisa is somewhere there. If you show us, it's very much about posture, isn't it?
Yes.
And this is the first picture what I wanted to bring out because there are different ages of people, and I think they really try very hard, don't they? This is a lovely picture altogether.
Yeah,
what
lovely.
Comes to your mind? Pushing up, isn't it?
Pushing up and opening. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Opening as well. Yeah, that's interesting. But also the ground point, which is one of you push your feet on the ground, you feel grounded.
Yes, in that picture, you can feel them pushing on the ground point. You see it. Yeah.
And do you feel at the moment people feel it maybe gives you some self-confidence as well to feel the ground and feel open and being encouraged to do that?
Yes.
Because the stresses are quite high at the moment, don't you think?
No, it's lovely.
But it's also, how do we get there? It's also about stretching.
Indeed.
And breathing.
Well, I think stretching was how we all started it. The idea was to create long, elastic muscles so that you could move your joints better, if you like. And it's still there. I think if you begin that way and then you work more deeply, it starts to make sense.
Yes, and I suppose in a way, I love the picture because there's the ocean there. It means that this realize you have to breathe. You do have to breathe into the muscles. And
Yes.
and you mentioned really important whether how the next question I wanted to ask, how did it affect you? And you mentioned that what happens in your body every year.
Well, some things certainly did change, because as so often, I first started because there was a problem. I had a problem with my hip, it didn't work, etc. And then you learn what to do with it. And yeah, it starts to work. I don't even think about it anymore. It does all the things I want it to.
And I think we sing song all the time, Louise, about feeling. I think, Lisa, you could show us the summer light, because I think Finland is about, this is very, very late in the evening, and you can
I was
see
going to
the
say,
light. And how does it affect you when you actually kind of sink into your body and you begin to feel it? And does it affect you that we are a northern country where the light is so soft?
I think that's actually quite important. Well, maybe it was important for me because I had never really been that far north, and it's very special. It really is special. The light is. The light, at 11 o'clock at night, it's still got sun rays on the trees. You have to get used to it a bit. It isn't always easy, but so beautiful.
Yeah, to get at 11 o'clock light, there's still like.
Yeah.
But I think also it's interesting because, of course, I speak from London, and I've been here over 30 years. To go back and see the scenery of the lake where we spend so much time and looking at it. Maybe Lisa, you bring that scenery in front of the Vanna where we are. Oh, this is fun. You can kind of peep in what we are going to do. I'm not going to show it. It's going to be exciting. Can you guess what we are? Who is there?
Can I guess who is there? Yes.
Something is happening. Can you see that? Yeah, a little bit of outdoor, but we are, of course, indoors as well. And you mentioned that the place has this old sensation and a feeling that
It's
it
an
is not
old,
so overly done. It's a
yeah,
wonderful,
old building.
wonderful. Yeah, something. But maybe showing our assistants who are actually facing the lake. We're not saying that they are having tutus as a guest, but I didn't think this was the playful picture which I chose to you, because that's the scenery we are sharing, isn't it?
Yes, that garden and the lake beyond it.
So and really, and I think the important part of the work is the assistants who are welcoming you.
Very.
That they are they are so
Very.
lovely, and they are so excited to have the foreign guests in Finland, which I think is lovely. And do you find they're of course trained instructors, all of them. They are not wearing all the time tutus. They just wanted to show off a bit for the playfulness. And maybe there is something different about Finns. They are very serious what they do, but they are rather playful. What do you think?
Absolutely. I've always found that, that all of the Method Putkisto instructors that I have met, well, we're all serious about what we do, but there is a lightness to it all. And like you say, a playfulness, which is uplifting, I think, because, if you're always, you have to open up.
I suppose when you work on your body and intensify days, you're going to feel it. And I think it's why I thank you to be there is over these years, because I feel you bring the atmosphere as a guest. It's just then when of course, we walk in the morning, early in the morning, and we start with Francis's walk at 7 o'clock. But it's the atmosphere you create, and everyone has problems, but somehow we all know it. So it's like a healing workshop without
That's right.
pointing it out. You know what
We
I
don't
mean?
dwell on the problems.
Yeah.
We're not really talking about that, but everybody, we know everybody has something, whatever. But it's it is really a lovely atmosphere. And you're right, the guests will bring it too, but I still think that you and the assistants are very helpful to it all. You know, you really do bring a lot of lightness to the seriousness, if I can put it that
And
way.
every year I ask him, is this too intensive? Because we work starts in 7 o'clock in the morning. Then we have our assistant sessions. Then we have my session. Then you have a lunch. And then you have another session. And then we work on the face. And then we work on and there is lovely masseurs. And then we go to swimming. And then we do this and we do that. And every year I said, it's too intensive. And what do you think? Every year you said, no, Marja, do not make it lighter. Because the end of the week, it's what I find interesting. And we all age together. Of course, there's a lovely age difference. It's a young, really super fit and less fit people together. And
Which is nice.
I think it's just lovely because method is about the basics, learning to get to know your body, not the neighbor's body, your body, and not to compete with it whatsoever. And the big test in the end of this is Francis's famous disco, and then I think now they are not going to move anymore. They've been moving so much. So what happens?
We all move. We all move. Everybody moves.
Yes, I can't wait to have you there. But I think what you said about your body, I think that must interest the audience. What happens in your body?
Yes. But it was what I learned even over the years about how to feel. You know, I think most of us go through life without necessarily feeling very much what our bodies are doing until they hurt. That, yes. But there are little signs before which I have learned about that say, watch out now, be careful, sort that out. And these things is what you learn. I find you would want to learn that because it gives you freedom to move, doesn't it?
I want to hear any changes in the body shape, dear. And bit of Anyway, I have to say, Louise, thank you so much. And you know that I can't wait to see you. And I also welcome new guests and friends. And I think the difference is this year we can send you orientation, a little audios and videos, so you feel comfortable to join in. There is about 7 assistants minimum, so there's a lot of hands-on work besides on myself. And I suppose I ask just come and have fun and open mind, isn't it? Oh, bit of humor would help.
Yes.
Well,
and it will be fun.
Tiny bit. Louise, we will see you very soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and everybody warm welcome to join us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Summers come, summers go. This one's very special though. Let go of what you think you know.